Welcome to Technically Marv, and technically AI is the future. If you're like me, you've probably spent the last few years asking an AI everything from what's for dinner to explain quantum physics to me. During that time, you've probably had an experience like this one. You paste an error into ChatGPT, it gives you a confident fix, you run it, same error. You ask again, it apologizes, gives you another fix, still broken. Sound familiar? We've all been there. These tools, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, are all insanely powerful, but you're probably using them wrong. Look, I love these things, but they're not magic. They're sophisticated prediction engines, and treating them like magic or like a search engine is where a lot of people go wrong. Today, we're going to fix that. We're going to look at the massive differences between good and bad prompts, why you should never trust a single AI, and yes, we'll talk about the real dangers and controversies surrounding AI. But stick around, because we're also going to talk about how this tech isn't our replacement, but rather a powerful tool that should be in your arsenal. The number one mistake I've seen people make when using AI, and a mistake I used to make myself, is thinking AI is just a better search engine. It's not. When you use Google, Bing, or any other search engine, you're looking for information that already exists. When you use AI, you are collaborating to create information. That's the distinction that's often missed. As the saying goes, garbage in, garbage out. Your output is only as good as your input, the prompt that you're using. Let's look at a simple example. You want to write an email to your boss asking for a raise. Here's an example of a bad prompt. Write me an email asking my boss for a raise. What does the AI give you? A generic boilerplate email. It doesn't know your job, your accomplishments, your company culture. It's essentially useless and clearly written by AI. Now here's an example of a good prompt. You are a professional communication expert with a friendly yet direct style. Write a 150-word email to my manager, Sarah, asking for a salary review. Highlight my two main achievements this year: successfully launching the Project Alpha marketing campaign, which increased sales by 15%, and mentoring 3 new team members. The tone should be confident but not demanding. Focus on the value that I bring. Look at that difference. The prompt gave the AI a persona, the communication expert, context, launching Project Alpha, and a task, 150-word email, and a tone, confident. This is your new rule. Define the persona, provide the context, state the task clearly, and specify the output format. The more specific you are, the better the AI can get inside your head, so to speak, and produce what you actually want. Here are some quick tips to use in your day-to-day interactions with AI. Break big tasks into smaller ones. Ask for an outline first, then the first paragraph, then the rest. Specify the output. Summarize this article in 5 bullet points, or write this code as a Python function. Don't be afraid to criticize the AI. You can say something like, "This is good," but make the second paragraph more punchy. If you're completely stumped and have no idea where to even begin, remember, you can always have your AI agent create the prompt for you using natural language. But like before, you need to give it a good prompt for that as well, including as much relevant data as you can. This next point is the biggest danger of using AI wrong. It's overconfidence. You cannot, under any circumstances, take an AI's output as an absolute truth. You see it all the time, all over the news, about lawyers and CEOs using AI and blindly believing what it tells them, only for it to blow up in their faces, often spectacularly. AI models are designed to be helpful and conversational. Sometimes they're so eager to answer that they make things up. This is called hallucination. They cite fake court cases, invent historical dates, and give you code that looks plausible but won't actually run. If you are using AI for anything important, research, legal advice, medical questions, or writing code, you are the final editor, and ultimately the responsibility is yours. If the AI says a historical event happened in 1952, you need to fact check that. Here's a piece of free advice. With so many powerful free models out there, why are you using only one? This is my single biggest power user tip: cross-reference. If I'm planning a trip to Japan, I won't just ask ChatGPT. I'll prompt it with a good detailed prompt, something along the lines of create a 5-day itinerary for Tokyo focusing on food and history. Then I'll take that exact same prompt and I'll put it into Gemini and Claude. Look at that. ChatGPT might have better restaurant suggestions, Gemini might have a more logically structured walk-in tour, Claude might find a unique historical spot the others missed. By combining the answers, you get a far better result and hopefully a more fun trip. You have multiple free brain power assets at your disposal. Don't be afraid to use them all. We can't have this conversation without talking about the controversy that surrounds AI use. We're going to look at this as objectively as possible. AI is a productivity multiplier. Think of all the boring tasks you do. Summarizing a 50-page report, easy, done in seconds. Generating basic templates for documents, instant. Learning the fundamentals of new coding language. A good AI tutor will speed that up by 5 times, allowing you to interact with it directly and ask questions or have things explained to you in real time. It can free us from the mundane aspects, letting us focus on what humans are actually good at: strategy, creativity, and complex problem solving. There are real concerns though. The most immediate one in my mind is misinformation. These models can generate incredibly convincing fake news, deeply biased narratives, and perfectly phrased lies. If someone wants to spread a false story, AI makes it 1,000 times easier. Hackers equipped with a powerful AI agent can deal an incredible amount of damage in a short period of time. Then there's the job displacement. Yes, AI will automate many white-collar tasks, data entry, basic writing, research assistance. Those roles will change or shrink significantly. We have to be honest that this transition will be painful for many. It's why adapting and learning how to work with these tools is so essential. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Generative AI used in art and music. This is genuinely contested territory, and the artists who object to training data scraping their hard work have a real argument worth taking seriously. On the one hand, you can use AI to quickly mock up ideas before taking the concept to a human artist to finalize. But on the other hand, you could have a game studio that uses AI to create in-game assets instead of paying human artists. The issue is deeper and more nuanced than I can get into in this video, but it is worth acknowledging. I'll wrap this section by saying the danger isn't necessarily that AI gets too smart and takes over. The real danger, in my opinion, is that we get too dependent on it. We stop verifying its information and we lose the ability to create and think for ourselves. So what does using AI well actually look like? Let me give you a real example. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to learn Swift. I have a computer science degree, but I hadn't written anything outside of my DevOps work in years. I bought a couple books, started reading, and pretty quickly realized this was going to take forever if I approached it in a traditional way. So I did what any engineer would do. I turned to AI. But instead of just asking it Swift questions, I prompted it to build me a personalized learning roadmap. I gave it my background, told it what I already knew, told it what I was trying to build, and asked it to skip the fundamentals I didn't need. That's the tin. AI didn't make me a Swift expert overnight, but it compressed what would have been months of getting through irrelevant material into something targeted and actually useful. That's not magic, that's just a good prompt. That's what it looks like when it works. Not AI doing everything for you, AI doing the right things with you. You've got these tools. The ones using them well aren't smarter than you. They're just prompting better. Go fix that. Cross-reference your results and stay curious. What's the best thing you've used AI for? Drop it in the comments below. Like and subscribe if this was useful. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.